Next weekend, the Emerald Isle meets the Emerald City as the Emerald City Irish Film Festival starts in Seattle. The Pacific Science Center will help bring Irish storytelling right here to the Pacific Northwest.
One of those films tells the true story of pregnant, unwed Irish mothers who were incarcerated in church-run homes. Babies were often taken from their mothers and fostered out as labor. Even worse, it is estimated 9,000 babies died. Here's a clip from the trailer.
Mother and baby homes are really a reflection of the focus on curtailing women in the Irish Free State.
In Ireland, religious faith is no mere convention.
We took their babies and we trafficked them, or we neglected them, or we denied them to the point of their disappearance.
If all the remains are not in this one, I know they're scattered.
Kelly joins us this morning. Kelly, you spoke with the producers of this film who say the atrocities are still relevant to this day.
Absolutely. So this film documents what happened in Ireland in some of these church-run homes between 1922 all the way to 1998. These women would go to these homes, their babies taken from them just shortly after birth. If they were unwed, as this film then shows us, they would go to these church-run homes. That's where they would deliver their babies. Sometimes not even within weeks or days, but sometimes these mothers never even held their babies. Those babies would then go into an orphanage of some kind. And what is so heartbreaking is that the death rate in those orphanages was 5 times the national average of a death rate for an infant in Ireland at the time, to the tune of, you said there in your introduction, of 9,000 babies. Some of those bones just discovered during recent excavations. What would happen if those babies were then not adopted by age 5 or 6? They would often be fostered out all over the UK, including the United States, is where some of them would go. And if they were not adopted or fostered out, sometimes they would end up just as farm labor. This, of course, had long-lasting effects on so many people trying to trace and find their family members to this date. Now, it sparked an inquisition, but really there has not been a lot of recourse for people who are still currently trying to find those family members, which is exactly what this documentary dives into. So I spoke to the producer and the director of this film that will be showing here in Seattle, and they say the story of everything that happened back in the 20s, 30s, and beyond, all the way in Ireland, is still very relevant to an audience today, and specifically in Seattle.
It happened in Ireland, but it wasn't restricted to Ireland. It happened in other Catholic countries as well. Unwed mothers were people of shame, and shamed deeply. I think screenings in Seattle is important to get the reach of that audience, to reach that audience out there, and just start this conversation again and keep this in the news, because it's the people in the film, they're still not getting any redress. They're being delayed by government, by the church. So it's still an outrageous situation for many people.
Reflection of the focus.
All right, so if you do want to catch this documentary, again, it is part of the film festival going on at the Pacific Science Center. This is just one of those films that's being shown, but March 9th at 3:35 p.m. and 5:10 at the Pacific Science Center. That film festival itself runs March 9th and March 10th there at the Pacific Science Center. It's a tough subject matter, absolutely, but we also believe it's an important part of history, because you want to learn from history wherever you can, and so many of these people to this day are trying to find living, surviving family members that they don't know where they are. They could be anywhere in the UK, even here in the US.
And Kelly, it's crazy that we're talking about something, that was apparently in practice just 25 years ago, up until the late 90s, when we're talking about a 6-decade time frame that this documentary covers. And here we are all these years later that a lot of these people are still searching for family members.
Yeah, it definitely is tough, so be sure to catch this. We'll be sure to put more information on our website so you can find those showing times. And, those directors and producers, they joined us from Ireland to come and speak to you. They'll be making the trip here to the Pacific Northwest as well for that screening.
An important conversation.
Yeah, Kelly, thanks so much.